Hello, I'm Dave Peach, and this is the Crawfordsville Peachcast, sponsored by Tri-County Bank, your community bank since 1892. See them in person or at tricountybank.net. Tri-County Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Crawfordsville Peachcast, we are presented by Tri-County Bank, your community bank since 1892. Also, BK Home Improvement and Zon's Flooring and Design Center. Also, Central Indiana Rubber, CIR, Power for You. Hello, Todd. On the show today, the Reds Caravan. The Reds Caravan made its way to Crawfordsville and many other places throughout Reds country. We had a chance to talk with the participants. The Reds are very excited to welcome new manager Terry Francona. Ellie De La Cruz will be back, joined by many other young players ready to take the next step. After the break, you will hear 7 interviews with yours truly and Jared McMurray. We have on the show pitcher Andrew Abbott, infielder Carlos Jorge, Jeff Grappe, vice president, assistant GM, infielder Leo Balcazar. From the 1990 World Series championship team, Todd Benzinger, infielder Santiago Espinal, and pitcher Adam Serwanowski. Interviews on the way next on the Crawfordsville Peachcast.
Bazing. Wow, that's fun to say. Bazing is Tri-County Bank's Smart Rewards checking account. With Bazing, you have cell phone protection, ID theft protection, roadside assistance, discounts at area businesses, and more. This is Bria French. Contact me or any of our great employees to begin your entry into Bazing banking. Terms and conditions may apply. Tri-County Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Reds Caravan here at the Montgomery County 4-H Fairgrounds. Dave Peach and Jared McMurray with you. Andrew Abbott, left-handed pitcher, joins us. Andrew, how are you today?
I'm good, man. I'm a little cold right now, but I'm good.
Yeah, it's January, and we have had a winter this year. Now, you're from Virginia. Are you used to this by now?
Yeah, by now. I live in Texas now, so it was 15 when I left. I thought I was going to have some warm weather down there, but I guess not.
I'll ask you a question. Last year, 10-10, is that correct? Mm-hmm. And figuring in the rotation this season, 5-man rotation, is that correct? How have you worked with the new manager?
I've met him in person twice now. I've had 5, 6, 7 phone calls with him. Resume speaks for itself. You know who he is. I think we're just all excited because, it's a little bit of a fresh air. You have Matt coming back. You got some pieces that we were missing last year that we're excited to have come back to us. And we're just ready to go at it at spring training just to get that competition going.
Andrew, drafted out of high school, you passed up an opportunity to go to college, followed with a second-round draft selection by the Reds. It seems like at 25 years old going into another season that decision really paid off.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of an easy one for me. I was a scrawny white guy, needed to develop in multiple areas, my life in general, and then on the baseball field too. So it was a no-brainer to go to school. I knew UVA would do it for to get a little maturity, get a little more age, get a little more size to me to put me in a better spot. And up to this point, it's worked out.
You're an academic All-American. What did you study?
I majored in biology.
And as far as describe Lynchburg, Virginia. I've been there. This campus is literally on a hill.
Oh yeah, Liberty. It's bigger now. If you haven't been back anytime soon, it kind of owns the city. But yeah, you're kind of describing it really well. The city is the school. You're pretty much on campus. If you're going to the mall or going shopping or, going to eat at the places or whatnot, you're always on Liberty's campus. Good team. I knew a lot of the guys that went there from my hometown, from other neighboring towns or whatnot, but it was a good area.
Broke into the show in June of 23, 3 straight starts, 5 innings or more, scoreless innings. Just describe that moment. The first start great. Man, you had to feel all the confidence in the world, and then 2 more after that. Just describe that feeling. You finally get to the show, and you have that much success right off the bat.
Oh, it was definitely fun. I made a joke on our other stops. I'm like, I tried to go for the 18th consecutive, and then the Rockies took me deep 3 times. So, I mean, it was a good shindig when you had it. But I think, honestly, we were playing really, really good baseball at that time as a team, so that has a lot to do with it. I had Maley, a good veteran force behind the plate, kind of calming me down, keeping me contained. And, when all those things culminate, it makes it a lot easier on us to just go pitch.
Andrew, best wishes for the season. Welcome to Crawfordsville, and we'll look for great things for the Reds this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Andrew Abbott, pitcher, Cincinnati Reds. Reds Caravan joining us, infielder Carlos Jorge, and 21 years old. Wow. Give us your journey to the Cincinnati Reds organization.
Hey, thank you for having me, sir. Thank you for having us. Thank you for the opportunity to come here and enjoy with you guys. And about your question, asking your question, Cincinnati Reds, they always there for us. Like, if you need anything, they make sure that you know or they know what you need. Like, if you're down, they help you up, and they always trying to keep you in touch. Oh, what's happening or what you need, and that's good because you feel like it's a family. It's not, I'm out of my home and I don't know nobody here. I don't feel comfortable with nobody here. That doesn't feel like that at all. So when I'm there, when I'm with my teammates, when I'm with my coaches, I feel like I'm at home and they are my family.
Now, at your juncture in your career, how does a managerial change at the top with Terry Francona taking over, how does that affect you?
I'm still in the minors league, but I met her when I was in Arizona a couple weeks ago, and I have the opportunity to talk to him, and I see he's a really nice guy. He know what he's doing because I know him from years ago, because he was a manager for the Guardians, so I know him, and I know he's going to do a good job with us, like in the big league, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to have my opportunity to get there, and do my best for him.
You're not the first person that we've talked to today. It's been all about, the family part of the organization, taking care of everybody in the organization. How difficult is that when, yourself, you may get pulled away to a different team. You may have a teammate that gets called up, sent down, injured, may be gone for a while. How do you keep that cohesiveness when, guys are in and out during the season?
Yeah, it's kind of hard. Last year, I went through this a couple times because they released a couple of my friends, and it doesn't feel good for me, but I know it's going to happen. It's part of the game. And how do I dry out with this? I don't know. Like, I know they're family, like I said before, but obviously hurt you when that happened. But, it's part of the game. I wish they more opportunity out there. It's 29 more teams, so they still are able to go to the big leagues. Made it.
What are the positions that you kind of concentrate on?
Right now, center field. Yeah, I was a second baseman, a whole full-time second baseman last year. But in the second half, they told me, "Hey, I want you to play in the center field." And I said, "Okay, I know I can do it. I know I got the speed. I know my arm." So I just did it, and last year was my full year playing down there in the center field, so pretty fun.
Do you like the outfield?
Better. Best position ever. Yeah, I have a lot of space to run, a lot of space to throw to the bases hard, that's what I like.
Who are some major leaguers that you've looked up to over the years?
When I was a little kid, I was a second baseman, shortstop, so Derek Jeter, Robinson Cano, like those two guys, middle infielders, like I love those double plays and stuff like that. And outfield-wise, King Griffey Jr., Chris John, some of those guys, I watch those games, their videos to learn from them.
We appreciate you stopping by, and we look forward to great things this season.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Carlos Jorge, infielder and outfielder. Yeah, this just in, Cincinnati Reds. Reds Caravan with Jeff Grappe, the Vice President, Assistant General Manager, Player Acquisition and Strategy. You've been with them 20 years, and a little bit about the Reds this year? I know maybe the headline is the manager coming in, Tito Francona, and I guess we'll start with that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think there were a lot of things we were pleased with the last few years, but obviously when you have a chance to bring in a guy like Terry Francona, it's really generational. He's a Hall of Fame manager. His resume speaks for itself. I think what we're most excited for is the energy he's going to bring, the ability for some of our new players to come in and mesh with some of our current players, and then for the whole thing to hopefully kind of catch fire and kind of lead to a playoff run.
Large part of your duty, player acquisition. Just talk a little bit about, the acquisitions that you guys made, specifically through trades in this offseason.
Yeah, we found the trade market to be a little more fruitful so far than free agency. We targeted positions. We also targeted people. We couldn't hear enough good things about Brady Singer, Jose Trevino, guys that we came in, and I think if you look at the winning percentages of those two guys, Gavin Lux, the teams they've been on, I think it's going to really set the bar and set the tone of what's expected here.
Like Dave said, 20 years with the organization, that's a long time to be, really in with one company anymore. That's just not heard of. Why do you stay with the Cincinnati Reds, and just kind of your love for the organization, your love for the game of baseball?
Yeah, I mean, the organization's been fantastic to me, to my family. We've got a very close-knit group in the office with Nick Kroll, Brad Metter, kind of the leadership they bring. I mean, it's rare, and it's not something we take for granted, the fact that we get to kind of do this together. There's some pressure to it in that it makes you want to be your best. It wants you to kind of go that extra mile for people you care about. And I think ownership reciprocates that.
I'm going to ask you a question. Now, we hear a lot about analytics, and what are the numbers you look at, and are there things that you see with your eyes and as you talk to the players that you evaluate, and where does that land as far as percentage?
Yeah. I mean, the game's advanced so far with how much is measured. At this point, I mean, we're going beyond baseball card stats, and we know what the ball does. We know what the players do. Everything's measured with technology. But we're never going to get away from what our scouts see and what our scouts can find out about who the person is. A lot of teams are chasing it a little too much and finding what the ball does and not really worried about the player and the man, and will the player want to be as great as he possibly could be talent-wise, and can he get there? So we're trying to kind of blend the arts and the sciences and put ourselves in the best position to make great decisions.
What would you set as a goal for this team this year?
We know it's time to win. Talent accumulation and stockpiling farm systems, like that's going to be our backbone, but it only takes you so far. I mean, that we do this to win. It's a selfish job. It's a competitive job, and I think that's what pushes us all. And there's no prizes for having the best farm system. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. It's major leagues, and let's go.
I guess just my final question, going back to some of those acquisitions, and we heard it yesterday at the affiliate day about going after players who have been winners. Gavin Lux coming off a World Series title. How much influence, you made the hire quickly with Francona, did he have in helping you find those pieces and say, hey, we need to find winners. We need to bring winners in to help teach some of these younger guys, not just how to be in the league, but how to win in the league.
Yeah. I mean, it's collaborative. I mean, Tito and his staff have been great. I mean, they give us a little bit of a shopping list, and then it's a matter of going out and finding it. At the same time, I think from ownership down, it was a message. I mean, we need to go. It's time to win. And whether that was starting with Tito or bringing the players in, I mean, we're all on the same page. We're ready to go and excited to get out west and get this thing started.
Jeff, we appreciate your time, appreciate you being here in Crawfordsville, and we'll look forward to the season.
Thank you, guys.
Jeff Grappe, the Vice President, Assistant General Manager, Player Acquisition, and Strategy for the Cincinnati Reds. Leo Balcazar joins us, an infielder, 20 years old. Leo, give us your journey to the Cincinnati Reds at this ripe old age of 20.
So, thank you for the opportunity. I feel really proud to be in this team. You know what I mean? Like they really take care of me, and so I'm really happy for be with you guys. It's a really good experience and to be in this Caravan. It's my first time, but it's like for me, it's like a one goal in my life.
As far as positions, what are the ones that you concentrate on?
So I'm prepared to play shortstop, but if they need me, whatever position, I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna be in the big team, help my team, and that's what I'm doing.
Pretty good season last year in Dayton, 264, 47 RBI, 6 home runs, 103 hits in 106 games. It looks like, based on your experience since you've been drafted, started working your way up, opportunity and staying healthy is going to be key for you going forward.
Yeah, but it's really good because 2 years ago I was in Arizona, and because I tore my ACL, and last year for me is really good because I'm not start really good, but I'm learn how I kind of play the game, and that's what I feel really proud because in the last part of the season, I'm the guy. I'm really start on it, and you know what I mean. I feel really proud because I help my team.
What would your goals be this season?
So pretty easy. Be healthy. Be healthy because when I be healthy, I can do anything. So play really hard, help my team, and show what I can do, what I cannot do. So that's my goal. Be healthy.
You're playing baseball, which is a fun game, but it's a business. How do you balance the fun of the game with the business of the game?
You know what I mean? Like it's really business. It's business, but I love this. I love my sport. I love my game. When I was 2 years old, I'm thinking about I'm gonna be in this spot what I'm doing right now. So and right now I'm thinking I'm gonna be in the big league. I don't think in the business. I mean, it's like a business, but I love this. I just want to play.
Well, Leo, we look forward to hearing good things, and enjoy the rest of the Caravan.
Thank you, guys.
Leo Balcazar, infielder, Cincinnati Reds. Reds Caravan, Crawfordsville, Indiana. You can hear the games on 92.1 WCVL. Joining us right now, Todd Benzinger, 1990 Reds player, the World Championship. I mean, it's amazing to think of that 1990 team, wire to wire. What do you think about when you think about 1990?
Well, thanks for letting me be on, Dave. It's always fun to be on the Caravan, and I get a chance to meet guys that I'm going to end up watching, so it's really cool. 1990 was 35 years ago, and I like to draw comparisons when I can. The 1990 team, similar to the 2025 situation, in that we had a new coach, Lou Piniella, who had a really good resume, known as a fiery guy, an old school guy. And we thought of ourselves back then as a good team that nobody gave us credit for being a good team. And I think you can say the Reds of 2025 are the same way. They are better than what people expect, and the only thing I hope for them is that they know they're good and feel like they have a chip on their shoulder for the whole year, trying to get respect from everybody who thinks they're not that good. If you look at any predictions, I'm sure they're going to be picked to finish third or fourth. And they should, if they're ticked off about that and they stay healthy, they're going to make the playoffs this year.
It's incredible. One of those things about years, 1990, 15 years removed from 1975. And now here we are in 2025.
Thanks for making me feel as old as I look.
Hey, I'm older. I mean, but it's incredible. I know that. So we celebrate kind of 1990, celebrate 1975 with a 50-year anniversary. What are your, run-ins and kind of, socialization with the Johnny Benches, the Tony Perez's of the world?
Grew up in Cincinnati. When I was 12 and 13 years old, which is like the wheelhouse for like baseball memories, I was watching the Big Red Machine, going to their games, sitting in the red seats way at the top with my dad. And lo and behold, 15 years later, I'm on the field now, and my dad's still in the red seats. He didn't like the dugout seats. He had great seats. I got free seats for him, but he wanted to sit up there. And then going back 10 years ago, I was coaching the Reds. I was coaching the Dragons. I was their manager. Ken Griffey Sr. was my manager. I go to events now, and I saw George Foster 2 days ago, an idol of mine. I always feel like an imposter because I'm just a Reds fan who, when there's Reds events, they throw me on the stage. I'm like, I don't belong on the stage. I should be in the crowd, like getting autographs. But it's a tremendous feeling, and that's one special thing about the Reds is that there is a great tradition. There are other great traditions out there too, the Cardinals, Yankees, Red Sox, of course. But to me, the Cincinnati Reds, the oldest organization ever, 1869, the Big Red Machine, which I think was the greatest assembled team ever, and just the hotbed that Cincinnati always has been. And this area too, it extends out to here. It extends to it's a region of fans that are missing a championship for the last 35 years. A whole generation of young boys don't know what it's like to celebrate on Fountain Square. And I want another kid, maybe one of these kids here, to catch a foul pop to end a World Series. That would be awesome.
Now let's walk it back a little bit farther. 1988, some clutch hits with the Red Sox. Then you end up with the Reds in 1989. You step into the plate earlier in the season. There's a guy on base. Oral Hershiser hasn't given up a run in like a decade. Okay, 59 innings.
59 innings.
Walk us through that at bat.
Well, Hershiser was a pitcher who, if you could lay off his curveball, he had a tremendous curveball. It was a 12-6 breaker, and he usually threw it to me anyway for balls. He wanted me to chase it. If you got him 2-0, 3-1, he had a great sinker, but as a left-handed, I was a switch hitter, hitting left-handed off of Hershiser, his ball path, that sinker that went away and down, that hit my swing path. So I hit 3 home runs off of him in my career. First time I faced him, though, Jared, is what you're talking about. I broke up. A guy was on second base, and I think it was the second inning of Game 2 of the 1989 season. Broke it up, and Oral Hershiser, being the knucklehead and not so kind of arrogant person that he was, I remember in the paper, the Cincinnati Enquirer, the next day, he said something like, "Oh yeah," he talked about that streak being broken. He said, "Yeah, that Benzedrine guy," or something like that. He just kind of like basically telling me I'm a no-name person. Yeah, Benzedrine, or yeah, he hit a good pitch. I'm like, Oral, come on, man. Tough luck. And I played with him about 4 years later when I played with the Dodgers. I really liked him, but when you're competitors, it's like, Oral Hershiser, come on.
And you know some guys here in Crawfordsville based on participation in the fantasy camp.
We have Andrew Everett here, and Adam, who's a good pitcher, Saranowski, I think. Ron Gable's right up there with him. Ron Gable is a stalwart at Fantasy League camp. And you're laughing, but, we whenever we had to face his team and he's on the mound, it was going to be a rough day. So I think he should go ahead and put on a shirt now and get some get autographs too, or get some autographs signed.
Well, it has been a delight to talk to you, and enjoy the rest of the Caravan. And Todd, we thank you.
Hey, you guys, thanks for having me on.
Todd Benziger, member of the Reds in 1990, world champion, and other major league stops along the way, part of the Reds Caravan. Joining us, Santiago Espinal, an infielder with the Cincinnati Reds, and outfielder, right? You've been an outfielder.
Yeah, been working on the outfield this year too, in the off season as well, just in case anything present an opportunity.
A little bit about your major league experience.
I mean, it's been great. I debuted with Toronto in 2020. Which it was a great experience as well. And I was there for 3 to 4 years in Toronto. Got traded to the Reds last year, 2 days before spring training ends. So it was a little bit of everything, There was something when I got to Arizona. I had to meet new teammates, which is my family now. Had to learn the signs, had to learn the game plan and all that stuff, which it was good because they communicated really well to me. And I got in really quick, and it was great. It was been great so far.
All-Star in 2022, right? That's the peak of your career so far. Baseball, and we know it as fans, as observers of the game. You know it. You guys even know it more so as players. It's a very hard game.
Yeah.
What was that success like that season when you really put everything together, and what do you hope to get back? I know last year you started multiple different positions for the Reds. I assume it could be a similar situation this year. Hey, we're going to need you here. We're going to need you there. An injury could put you here or whatever. So what do you got to do day in and day out to get back to where you were, in 2022?
I mean, I feel like the more opportunity you get and the more consistent you get on playing time, I feel like you can get adjusted to anything that you need to work on. If I'm struggling on something, I know that I can fix it the next day because I'm going to be playing the next day. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like the repetition, the mental side of it, it gets me ready to it. But when we talk about back to 2022 season, it was like a more consistent playing time. So I was getting a lot of opportunity to fix a lot of stuff, and I got comfortable too as well on the hitting side, on the fielding side, which it was great because I was already just playing one position, which it was second base, which I don't mind playing multiple positions at all. I feel comfortable playing at everything position, But now, how can I get back to that? It's like it's the same thing. I'm trying to pick up where I left off last year. If they need me to short, third, second, left, center, I'm there, I just got to be ready mentally, and I know how to get ready now. I know what routine I need to do and all that stuff. So, yeah.
44 hits and 105 at-bats over a pretty good 2-month stretch toward the end of last year.
Yes. like I'm talking about, man, if I'm telling you the truth, I didn't change anything. I didn't do anything different. I didn't do, different drills or none of that stuff. I just visualize. I started visualizing my at-bats. I started visualizing my game right before it happens. And, it worked. I've been doing it. I do it outside of baseball as well, And that's how it keeps me going. That's what keeps me having 45 hits and 100 at-bats, So visualizing everything that I do.
Appreciate you being here in Crawfordsville, and we'll see you at the Reds games coming up.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Santiago Espinal, infielder, Cincinnati Reds. Reds Caravan, Adam Suranowski joins us from South Carolina, Taylor's with an S, South Carolina. And Adam, we welcome you to Crawfordsville, Indiana.
Thank you for having us.
Now, give us your background. Obviously, you got to be the best player in Taylor's South Carolina history. How does that feel? And I guess you kind of owe it to the town to get to the big leagues one day.
Well, ironically enough, there's actually 3 other guys drafted from Taylor, South Carolina in my draft class. So it's very special. I think at the time I didn't realize how special it was just because I had another guy in my class also get drafted. So I just thought it was a normal thing. And I never really could put it into perspective until 2 years down the line. I was like, wow, this is something special. This doesn't happen to everybody. I'm very fortunate to be where I am today.
Did you have memorable high school games like tournament runs and things like that?
Oh, absolutely.
With that kind of crew, I guess so, yeah.
Absolutely.
So give us some insight there.
So in my high school experience, my freshman year, I was on JV, but our varsity team won state for the first time in school history. Sophomore year, COVID hit, and then junior year, we just had a down year. Senior year, though, we ended up winning state. I pitched the upper state championship game to put us into state, but I was the third string pitcher on my staff. So
that's crazy.
It is. It's crazy to think about, I had a 6'7" right-handed pitcher, been on varsity for 4 years now. Top 92 probably, but he's just the guy that's, precise, just he could pitch. And then the guy in front of me that was second string, he got drafted to the Phillies 6th round, same year as I did. Another lefty, 95, kind of same deal. He was just more, they're both older than me at the time. I'm young for my class. He was just more precise, filled up the strike zone a little better than I did. But I did my role on the team, and we won the state championship that year. So
last year in Daytona, I'm going to guess that you are a swing and miss pitcher, 106 strikeouts in 85 innings pitched.
Yeah, you could say so. So I enjoyed it.
I mean, that's it. Anytime you can average more than 1K an inning, those numbers get, noticed, they get recognized. Just walk us through a little bit about last season in Daytona and kind of your experience so far with the Cincinnati Reds organization.
Absolutely. So, start of last year, in April, start the season in Daytona, I opened up our Sunday game, third game of the series for opening weekend, I guess. Threw 4 shutout innings, 7 punchies, no walks, 1 hit. So it was a very good start to the year. And then I followed that up with, I think, including those innings, it was 21 scoreless to start the year. Then got in a bit of a rough patch after that. Kind of figured my way out of that in middle of June. Threw my first immaculate inning of my career. June 20th, I believe it was, against Dunedin. That was pretty cool. July, so-so month, and then ended the year strong, I'd say. It was a good year. Grew a lot, learned a lot, developed a lot.
So at what point during the immaculate inning did you realize, hey, I got a chance to do this, or was it not till you completed the inning?
So I knew exactly what was going on. I knew where I was, but like in this moment, I wasn't thinking about it until after it happened. In the moment, I'm just thinking of get the ball, what pitch I'm throwing next, like where I want to put it, and that's kind of where my mind is when I'm on the mound.
What are your goals for this year?
First goal always is stay healthy. You can't do anything else if you're not healthy, so that's my main goal. And then just drilling an everyday routine all year long, staying on course, staying just very precise all year long, just making sure I'm doing all I can for my team to help us win games.
Adam, again, welcome to Crawfordsville, and we look forward to great things this season.
All right, thank you.
Adam Serwanowski, left-handed pitcher, Cincinnati Reds. Central Indiana Rubber Products provides the power for you. Central Indiana Rubber Products, or CIR, keeps farm equipment and local manufacturing processes running with gaskets, belts, seals, and O-rings, among a variety of other products and services. Employee-owned and always customer-focused. Central Indiana Rubber Products, 989 West, 83 North, Crawfordsville, and at indianarubber.com. Central Indiana Rubber Products, or CIR, power for you. Dave Peach here with Brandon Kappas from BK Home Improvement. And Brandon, you have an exciting announcement.
Yes, Dave, thank you. We're excited to announce Zahn's Floor Covering is now Zahn's Flooring and Design Center, acquired by BK Home Improvement.
I understand Bob Zahn will be staying to help.
We are excited to have that, and absolutely, Zahn's Flooring and Design Center is happy to have Bob Zahn still involved in that same local presence they're used to dealing with.
There has been a little confusion. BK Home Improvement is not affiliated with BK Painting or BK Property Management. You are located at your headquarters in Lebanon, Indiana.
Yes, we are excited to expand both brand names inside of both markets for Lebanon and Crawfordsville. Please come visit our showroom at 310 North Green Street, as we will consistently be redesigning and offering new, innovative products and technologies.
And you are still going to say,
Zahn's Flooring and Design Center. We are everywhere you walk.
The Reds are excited to welcome the 2025 season, and along with what they hope will be a contending team, this year they will also honor what many folks feel are the 2 best teams in Reds history, and those teams played in 1975 and 76. They will honor both teams during this 50th year anniversary of the 75 team that defeated the Boston Red Sox in a memorable 7-game World Series. You can hear the Reds games in 2025 right here on Crawfordsville's 92.1 and on many stations along the Reds radio network with our friends Tommy Thrall and Jeff Brandley. Thanks to the Reds for making Crawfordsville a stop on the Reds Caravan. This is the Crawfordsville Peachcast presented by Tri-County Bank, your community bank since 1892. Also sponsored by Zahn's Flooring and Design Center and BK Home Improvement, along with Central Indiana Rubber, CIR, power for you. Hello, Todd. Thanks for listening to the Crawfordsville Peachcast, sponsored by Tri-County Bank, your community bank since 1892. Tri-County Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. I'm Dave Peach. Join us every Thursday for a new episode on Apple or Spotify. please like, subscribe, and download the Crawfordsville Peachcast. This podcast was produced and edited by Up There Media and is a presentation of Fork Broadcasting Digital.